Hi there, the Spanish Grammar Guy here on Focus 15, here to help you with your Spanish grammar. Today, we'll delve into the world of subject pronouns in the Spanish language. Subject pronouns are crucial as they identify the subject of a verb, essentially telling us who performs the action in a sentence. And while this concept is similar in English, Spanish has unique nuances and structures that we will explore. And so by the end of this short presentation, you should have a solid understanding of how to use subject pronouns effectively in Spanish. So let's start by listing the subject pronouns in Spanish. And here they are. Yo for I, for example, yo estudio español, I study Spanish. Tú, you in the informal sense. For example, tú hablas inglés, you speak English. Just remember the accent on that one, tú. Él, meaning he. For example, él trabaja en una oficina, he works in an office. Ella, meaning she. For example, ella es doctora, she's a doctor. Usted, this is you in the formal sense, as opposed to tú in the informal sense, and we'll get to that in a second. For example, usted tiene razón, you are right. Nosotros or nosotras, depending on whether it's masculine or feminine, meaning we. For example, nosotros vamos al cine, we go to the cinema. Or nosotras somos estudiantes, we are students if all of those students are female. Ellos or ellas, meaning they, again, changes for masculine or feminine. For example, ellos juegan al fútbol, they play football. Or ellas son amigas, they are friends. Again, because it's feminine, a group of people, they would have to be all female friends. And finally, ustedes, you, meaning all of you. For example, ustedes son muy amables, you're all very kind. Okay, as you can see, Spanish pronouns change depending on the gender and formality of the context, which is something we need to keep in mind. Now, one of the fascinating aspects of Spanish is the ability to drop the subject pronouns when the subject is clear from the verb conjugation. Because as the verbs change their conjugation, it's sometimes obvious who is performing the action of the verb, who is the subject of the verb. For example, instead of saying yo como pizza, I eat pizza, one can simply say como pizza, because the verb como indicates the subject I in its conjugation. So you don't have to say the yo as well as como. Similarly, if one asks ¿Quién vive aquí? Who lives here? The answer could be simply vivo aquí. I live here, without saying yo vivo aquí, because the verb conjugation vivo means I live. This feature makes Spanish an economical language, let's say, allowing for fluid communication. However, while it is often acceptable to drop subject pronouns, using them can provide emphasis or clarity. For example, if there's ambiguity about who is the subject, you might choose to include the pronouns just to make sure that everyone is clear who is performing the action of the verb, who is the subject. Let's take a look at this example here. María y Juan van al cine. Maria and Juan are going to the cinema. If you want to emphasize yourself, for example, yo voy al cine con ellos, I am going to the cinema with them, that makes it clear who is going. So you might, in this instance, use the subject pronoun yo with the verb voy. Yo voy al cine con ellos. I'm going to the cinema with them. You can also use the pronoun to serve as an emphasis function, to emphasize who is the subject in this particular case. Suppose someone asks, for example, ¿Quién canta esa canción? Who sings that song? You might respond, Yo canto esa canción. I sing that song, to assert your role assertively, to emphasize that you are singing the song in that particular instance. Okay. Now, another key point regarding subject pronouns is the distinction between formal and informal address. Spanish speakers use tú informally among friends or in casual settings, while usted is used in more formal situations such as addressing older people or in professional contexts. Let's have a look at some examples of formal versus informal contexts. So, informally, we might say, ¿Tú quieres venir conmigo? Do you want to come with me? Whereas in a formal sense, we would say, ¿Usted quiere venir conmigo? Do you want to come with me? It depends to whom we are talking. Are we talking to someone using tú or usted? It's essential to correctly choose between tú and usted to show respect and maintain appropriate social etiquette. So in conclusion, subject pronouns play a vital role in the Spanish language by indicating who performs the action of a verb. Remember that while it's common to drop subject pronouns when the meaning is clear, using them can provide clarity or emphasis. Being aware of the difference between formal and informal language will also greatly enhance your conversations in Spanish. Okay, that's it for now. Please subscribe to Focus 15 with the Spanish Grammar Guy if you want more Spanish grammar tips, and see you soon. Thanks for watching.